Hello Pisces, and welcome to your reading for the week of February 20 through 26, 2024. Apologies for the lateness of this video. I've had quite a bit going on this week, and I've had some unexpected delays that have cut into my reading time. So apologies for being late. I may switch up the schedule and start going back to doing bi-weekly on these just to make sure that I can get these done in a timely fashion. Anyway, if this is a reading for you, if you are Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising, or have some other significant Pisces placement in your chart. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you are returning to the channel, welcome back. I hope this is a good reading for you this week and that this is helpful and enlightening to you. And if you do like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment if you would like. And if you do like this channel, please consider subscribing and then hit the notification bell so that you don't miss these videos, especially if I end up changing up when I'm actually publishing them. I do have some links down in the description box below to my website, to my social media, and some other things. So if you are interested in that, you may check that out. I do a full horoscope spread for these readings. So I am using the 12 houses of astrology as the kind of jumping off point to interpret the cards. And the main deck that I use is Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche deck, and I will clarify it with a tarot deck. And this deck that I use is, my box calls it Tarot Classic. It is actually a facsimile edition of the one version of the Tarot of Marseille. So this is, if you're looking for, if you like this deck and you're looking for it, look up Tarot of Marseille, as in the namely the place in France, and you'll find out what they're currently publishing it as. And then I'm going to do an oracle reading at the end, and I'm going to use the the Wisdom of the Tao Oracle. Got to get my name straight here, by Mei Jing Liu, and I'm going to be using the reading. I'm actually going to read you an excerpt from the book for whatever card I choose, because it's a pretty rich description to just. I've tried to do it off the top of my head before, but it's easier to do it that way. Okay, so starting at the beginning here. Aries energy, first house. This is you, your personality, how you present yourself to the world, how you want others to see you. We have Pyramid with the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups indicates that you definitely seem to be feeling very satisfied with something. Nine of Cups is usually a card of wishes granted. And it's usually this, again, there's this strong idea of satisfaction, of being satisfied, of feeling that you have enough. And it's interesting because we have this with Pyramid, because Pyramid is a card this is when your faith in yourself is being tested, okay? So I feel like maybe recently you have been through some kind of a test, and certainly now if you're still feeling like you're in test mode, this card definitely bodes well that a satisfactory conclusion to whatever perhaps has been vexing you is coming, and that this seems to assure that wishes of some type will be granted. So that's certainly a very good start. Second house is Taurus energy. This is about your finances mainly. And okay, we have the Six of Pentacles with Isis. So for some of you, this literally could be money coming from somebody's mother, because Isis is a strong mother energy to it. There's a couple cards in Cartouche that have mother energy, but Isis is most definitely associated with the mother. The Six of Pentacles, though, also could be, this is usually the idea of receiving financial support, but it can also mean that you are giving financial support to somebody. So it can go either way. Either way, if it's not a mother situation, then Isis would definitely indicate somebody who is in a nurturing or supportive role. So again, this could be you. This could be something you're receiving from somebody else to help you out. So either way, it's there definitely seems to be a situation of support here. I'm actually looking across at the eighth house, which is Scorpio energy. This is the house of other people's money, and you do have the Earth card here. So it does seem like there could be money coming from a legacy or a family gift or something like that. There's definitely a very strong energy of that. This is also showing up in the eighth house with the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is usually indicates something out of your control, like some kind of major shift. And it seems to be connected to finances. So Wheel of Fortune is this turning of the wheel. And from what we can see so far, it looks like it's a turning in your favor. So this is not a negative thing, but there does seem to be an inevitability about it. Like the way the Wheel of Fortune is coming up in the eighth house, I feel like there could have been some major change. So for some people, if there has been a life change, if there has been like a recent, loss in the family or something like that, that certainly could be a major change. And that could also certainly be a reason why there could be some monies coming in from somewhere. But it does not have to be that. And that's not the only way that this card can be read in this house. The other way that it can be read is it can just be a situation. With Earth there, it definitely has to do with other people's money in some fashion, or at least a very slow growing situation. But it does seem like you are in a period of time here where things are going to be changing for you. And it's going to be something where you don't necessarily need to do anything. It's just you need to respond to whatever change is coming your way. But yeah, we're definitely seeing this. And again, this does not have to be a family member or anything. This can also just be a situation where you need to be patient when it comes to your finances and continue to persevere with something. This is either giving or receiving money from somewhere. So there's definitely the idea of support of some type with this card. Third house is Gemini energy. And Gemini energy is about communications, self-employment. It can be about sibling relationships. It can be about short distance travel. Now we've got Seth here. So Seth always shows up when there is some kind of a problem, difficulty, or delay. Maybe there's a communication that maybe something that you consider to be bad news, or a delay in communications, or something that's making you anxious. We have it with Thoth. So again, there's this inevitability thing like we see with the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like there are changes. So either there are changes coming and you feel challenged by those, and we do see a challenge in the first house, and we also see this idea of the wheel turning up here. So, and Thoth has that similar inevitability that we see with the Wheel of Fortune. There's the idea of something karmic. I mean, this could have to do with healing. It could do with a health situation. It could have to do with a legal situation. That's another possibility with Thoth. There seems to be some kind of delay. If any of you are writers, this could also indicate a delay connected to something like that. But then you have it with the Knight of Pentacles here. So I feel like this is a situation. Okay, Knight of Pentacles indicates something that is slow and steady, and that is growing slow and steady. So I think what this feels then to me more like a delay in something. Like there's something you're waiting for, it hasn't happened yet, and Knight of Pentacles says, and it does feel like it may be centering around your money, your finances, or your security. But whatever it is, it's something that's coming, but it is going slowly. So that might give us some context for this up here as well. Something coming, but it's just not maybe coming in as fast as maybe you need it to, or would like it to, or maybe there's just some aspect that feels unresolved. But from what I'm seeing so far, whatever is challenging right now is probably going to be resolved. In fact, okay, I'm noticing that you have, the first card is Pyramid, which is 23. So that's 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay. Then down here in this house where you have this, you've got another 5. Okay. And where I just looked up at the Scorpio card is card 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. So this is the number 5 may be important here. Now 5s in a more general sense can just have to do with struggles and conflicts or things that we have to overcome, maybe quarrels with other people. But I also feel like there could be, the number 5 could be significant. Something 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, May, which is the 5th month. Take it as it resonates. The 5 doesn't have to mean anything, but it has caught my eye. And so sometimes when that happens, it's trying to say to me, hey, this 5 is relevant to somebody. So so you can see how that works out. Okay, we have Crook and Flail in the 4th house, which is Cancer energy. This has to do with your home, your family, your sense of security. And we've got the 8 of Pentacles with the Crook and Flail. So I don't know if some of you are working from home, because this definitely indicates putting hard work into something. You could be actually working from home, or maybe you're actually working on a project at home. Whatever it is, there's definitely this sense of, doing a lot of work from either the home space or maybe even connection with the family. That's possible if you have a family business or there's some connection there. Now, Crook and Flail, okay, so there's definitely a strong legal vibe here. Or certainly, this idea of someone who's an expert. These are both cards of expertise. Somebody who is an authority, somebody who's seen, who has a reputation, who people look to as a teacher. So whether this is you, I'm seeing with the 6 of Pentacles, whether this is you or whether this is somebody else, This seems to be connected to either a family situation or something you're doing at home. Maybe this has to do with a business you're doing at home. Maybe that's where the difficulty is. Maybe there's been some delays in terms of something. Maybe it has to do with taxes or something like that. I don't know. Or this could literally just legitimately have to do with the home. But you may have a situation here where you're either getting help from somebody within a home or family situation, or perhaps from somebody within the family. It can go either way. But I definitely feel here like there is, there's somebody who's here to kind of like, either you're mentoring and helping somebody, or somebody may be coming in to help you with something, get something sorted out in your home sector or in connection to a family thing. Fifth house is Leo energy, and Leo has to do with creativity, children, love affairs, and can have to do with recreation and leisure. And we have fire with the Eight of Swords. Okay, so fire indicates to me this is a creative spark. Okay, and it's in the house of Leo, which is a fire sign. This is actually a very good card to have. So this could indicate, okay, if it's talking about a love affair, then this could be somebody who has a lot of passion for you, or maybe you have, or it could be mutual. But there seems to be a lot of passion here with something. But along with the passion that we see here, this could also be the idea that you are trying to resolve something or burn up, purge something, resolve a problem by getting rid of what's no longer needed. That's another aspect of this card. If you're talking about a project or maybe a situation around a love affair or child, that's also possible. However, we have it with the Eight of Swords. So Eight of Swords indicates being mentally stuck in some way or feeling trapped. So I don't know. This could be that there's somebody, if you're single and you're interested in somebody and want to know how they feel, this could be saying someone has a lot of passion for you, but maybe they feel like they can't move ahead right now. Like they may be stuck in some way. There could be some other circumstance, some other external thing going on where you feel like you are somehow not seeing movement ahead in some way. So if it doesn't have to do with a love affair, there definitely seems to be something that you're anxious to get moving on. But there's like too much mental energy being applied, and therefore perhaps the way forward is not being seen because there's just too much over-analysis and focus on just one aspect of something. So there may need to be a kind of an opening of the mind here with regard to that. Sixth house, this is Virgo energy. So this has to do with health, with healing. It has to do with potentially with work situations, because this is a house of service, and this is also a house connected to worry. You have Ta with the Queen of Swords. Okay, so Queen of Swords, there's definitely, this is very strong Capricorn energy. Okay, this is about building something. Again, we saw this Eight of Pentacles down here. We see the Knight of Pentacles here. There's definitely this sense that you are trying to build something, whether this is something you're doing at work, whether this is about building up your physical health or something like that. The Queen of Swords indicates taking a very analytical, cerebral approach, very intelligent approach. The Queen of Swords is somebody who is very knowledgeable, who sees things very clearly, who you can't manipulate and BS the Queen of Swords. She also has very, very high standards. So whether this is you or somebody else, maybe this is connection to a job or work, maybe this could be you or again, somebody who you are connected to, maybe, and this also can be just somebody who has, who can be very cynical. This is the card of somebody who is, the widow or the divorcee or something like that. There's an energy of that with the Queen of Swords. Even if that aspect of it doesn't apply, there's definitely this idea of somebody who's very, very independent. So, so there seems to be this, and like I said, whether this is you or somebody else, the fact that it's a queen doesn't necessarily mean it's a woman. But it's this idea of, sort of taking a very intellectual approach to building something here. So this is either connected to a health situation, or it's connected to your work or your job, or also potentially for some people, just something that you're concerned about right now. There may be this attempt to trying to build something. Very, very strong idea of being kind of the master craftsman here. There's somebody who is trying to build something, and in fact, you have 4 8s in here. You've got 8 here, 8 here, 8 here, and an 8 here. And Ta is card number 8. How many other 8s do you have? Yes, card 17. This adds up. 1 plus 7 adds up to 8. So you've got the 5s and you've got the 8s. 8s are moving towards completion, like, speeding things up. And again, as I've said with the other, the number 8 could also be important. So it looks like you're looking at a range of 5 to 8 potentially, but not necessarily. Okay, so we have in the 7th house, which is your legal partnership. So this would be a marriage. This could be a business partnership. Anything with is a legal contract. It can also have to do with, if you're single, your chances of getting married or potential marriage partner. We have strength with Osiris. So, okay, we've got strong fire energy here. So for somebody, maybe there's somebody who you're married to or who you're looking at in terms of a long-term partner who is a fire sign, because this to me is either Aries or Sagittarius, and this is Leo. So this like covers the entire gamut. Certainly, whatever we're dealing with a partnership with somebody or a prospective partnership with somebody who is very solid. This is a strong energy of leadership, of somebody who's got good judgment, who's just very, very solid, and also somebody who has very, very good ethics with strength. This is somebody who has a lot of moral strength as well as perhaps physical strength as well. Sometimes strength indicates somebody who is holding something back. So if we're seeing a lot of, if this does relate to a love relationship that you're wondering, is this going to become marriage, or am I going to get together with this person and is this going to go anywhere? I feel like there's something that's stuck here, but the person you may be dealing with is, because there's more fire here, right? Somebody's definitely dealing with a fire sign, because this is somebody who is honorable and who is strong and is respectable. It just seems like there may be some kind of an obstacle to the relationship moving ahead right now. But this definitely is a very, very solid person that we're looking at here. Now, of course, if you are already married or in a partnership or contemplating a prospective partnership, then this would indicate, again, someone who has all those qualities that I've just mentioned. Okay, we talked about the 8th house already, so let's go to the 9th. This is Sagittarius energy. This has to do with expanding your horizons, either through education, learning, maybe getting certified in something or going back to school. It can also have to do with changing your religious beliefs of some kind or spiritual beliefs would be connected to this house, and also long distance travel. And indeed, we have the 8 of Wands here. So this can indicate travel for some people. There's definitely the sense of things moving very, very fast. So yeah, if we're talking about change and expansion, this is the card of that. However, we have it with Nephthys. So Nephthys indicates something that has not occurred yet. There seems to be this sense of waiting for something to happen. Now the 3rd house is opposite the 9th. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling this idea of delays. You've got Seth and Nephthys. They both have this energy of, Seth just indicates a flat out obstacle. This is or an anxiety about something, about a delay. This is saying something's going to happen, but it hasn't happened yet, and the form it's going to take is not going to be clear to you. So changes do seem to be coming. There's going to be an expansion of your horizons, either through whether you're going to take a long trip, whether this means this is connected to an educational institution or something connected to your beliefs, whatever that is, because sometimes this does have to do with very deeply held beliefs, intuition, mysticism, things like that. Strong Neptune energy with this. But it does tend to cloud things. But whatever is coming, okay, this is a change that's just around the corner. Whatever is coming, it's coming in fast. 8 of Wands says whenever change is happening, it's not happened yet, but whatever is going to change, whatever is going to expand your horizons is going to come in fast. So be prepared for that, as prepared as you can be. Okay, so 10th house, Capricorn energy. This is about career, reputation, fame, how people see you, what kind of legacy in terms of what you give back to society, like what the world knows you for. Now we have water with the 4 of Swords. Okay, so for some of you, this is going to be a change in job. Some of you, perhaps this could be connected to healing or to potentially a health issue. And again, if you don't have a health issue, don't worry that you're going to get one. This can also just be taking time out for mental healing. Maybe some of you have had a very stressful job or career, and you've said, look, I'm going to make a change here because I need to take a break. I need a time out for myself. It can be that simple. if you think that there's, I mean, I'm not seeing anything in the health houses over here that indicates any kind of health problems. Although, again, tarot is not meant to be a predictor of that. So, but this does seem to indicate somebody needing to take a step back, a time out, to view things kind of from a distance. And then when we have it with the water card, yeah, and again, you got the double fours here, 4 and 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. Yeah, there definitely seems to be a situation where even if you're not thinking about changing your job, there's some kind of a change that you're making. And I feel like it's centering around perhaps your stress and perhaps a need for a break of some kind. So, yeah, so that may be an indication that you, I feel like there's some refiguring of the financial priorities here. You may be getting financial help from somewhere, but it also seems like you're working very hard at something, but a change needs to occur. 11th house, Aquarius energy. So this is about your friends, your social network, your business networking, anybody you know through that, social media, and also your goals, wishes, and your destiny, really. And okay, so we have Urias with the 3 of Cups. So some kind of surprise seems like it's going to be coming in from a third party here. Now this is a very strong celebratory energy. So, and being, like I said, we see the 3. This makes sense in this house because this is about like a group of friends getting together to celebrate. It's that kind of energy. So there definitely seems to be something that you will be celebrating. But Urias, again, seems to indicate this may be something unexpected. You may be on the verge of getting some kind of good news or some kind of a change, and this may be saying to you, keep it to yourself for right now, because Urias always indicates something good may be coming in, and either you want to keep it, keep it a little bit on the down low, not tell people about it. But Urias also can be things that are unexpected. So this could be an unexpected surprise from your friend group. Whatever it is, I feel like this is going to bring abundance. It's going to be a cause for celebration. But again, I feel like with the Nephthys card, this may be something that's not on your radar right now. Maybe something even that you're worried about right now. But but whatever it is, I think you may be worried about something. But whenever I've seen Urias come up, it usually indicates something that you think is not going to go well. There's some other circumstance that you don't know about that's kind of a surprise, and that things are actually better than they appear. It's a kind of like when you have somebody who you think is mad at you because they haven't talked to you for a while, but then when finally you either hear something about the person or whatever, you find out that something has been going on in their life and you had no idea, and that's actually had nothing to do with you. The things between you are actually fine. They've just been sidetracked by something else. Like, that's an example of how Urias can work, where something's going on, we don't know what's going on, we're worried that it's going to be something, but then as it turns out, it's like, no, it's actually better than what, at least in terms of the relationship, is better than what you think it is, okay? And this can bring windfalls and surprises, and it can indicate that the granting of your wishes is going to come in a way that you do not expect. And it is going to be a cause for celebration. So that's very good news. So let's look at your house. This is 12th house. This is Pisces, obviously. This is your own energy. And this has to do with what's hidden, what you're afraid of. And yeah, there seems to be a fear of hidden enemies here, of gossip, of scandal, because the Page of Swords has to do with people who are sneaky, kind of moving around, spreading rumors, spreading gossip. It's also about information gathering, kind of behind the scenes and not being upfront. So you may fear that somebody here is not being upfront with you. With Horus here, again, there's this strong vibe of healing with this in the 12th house. And so this would be healing kind of on the spiritual level. But I also feel like this could indicate, there's definitely, again, there's a strong family vibe to Horus. In the 12th house, this is more, it's a little bit more esoteric in how it operates, but I tend to think of this card overall having to do with healing of something. So to me, this kind of fits in with your 4 of Swords over here. I feel like this may be spiritual or mental healing that's going on, like something you need to get away from, or some kind of healing that needs to occur with you. But there does seem to be this fear here that, perhaps people are gossiping or talking about you or saying things. But overall, I'm not seeing a 7 of Swords anywhere. I don't know. This is showing up as a fear too, not as a reality. So I think it's more that you're concerned. You may be concerned about what other people are going to say about a decision that you're making. That's possible as well. But there definitely seems to be this thing that you feel that you don't have all the information on something. Maybe this is where you're mentally stuck over here. Or where, yeah, like here with a communication, why you may feel like there's a problem. Because again, this is also connected to healing. Maybe you're worried about somebody's health. That could be as well. Maybe you feel like there's a health situation that people are not telling you about with somebody who you know, whether it's a family member or a friend. But I'm not seeing, I don't know, I'm not seeing any other deception here. If anything, I'm just seeing that there might be some mental stuckness. Now, overall, okay, we do have Sphinx here, so there's definitely a sense of sitting back and being quiet. You've got the three cards of sitting back and waiting for something to happen. You have Urias, you have Nephthys, and you have the Sphinx. You have all three of them in this reading. So there definitely seems to be, and even with Page of Swords, it could be just saying that maybe there is more information coming. I don't know that it's necessarily of a negative or nefarious nature, but yeah, I do feel like there is something you are waiting on here. And you have it with the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups, this card was absolutely determined to flip out of the deck, because I kind of reflipped like 3 times. This one was determined to come up. So this is a card of walking away from something. So this could connect to the job situation, because there is a sense of, I mean, it doesn't have to, but it has to do with something that has served you for a long time. Whether it be a job, whether it be living in a home, whether it be a family situation, whether it be a friendship, whatever it is, there's something you are walking away from. Saying, okay, you know, whatever this was, it served its season, it served its time, its purpose, and now I'm moving on to the next thing. And yeah, you definitely have this energy of moving on, and I suspect that some of it is because, you know, whether you have been too stressed out with something, whether you feel like you have been experiencing some kind of physical symptoms, whether there's some other kind of situation with family or something that you feel like you have to address. You know, it's like I said, this doesn't have to be you. This could be somebody around you if there's any situation with a family member. But I feel like there's a situation where, you know, you may have a partner who's very, very strong, if you're already married, who's very strong and supportive. You certainly seem to be in a position of ultimately getting to be where you want in spite of tests right now. Yeah, I just feel like there's something you're walking away from here. Maybe you're being secretive about it right now, because Sphinx may be saying, because, you know, with all this stuff, you may be working towards something and not really comfortable sharing it with people right now, because maybe you're worried about being judged, okay? So, I don't know. It seems like there's some big changes coming in for you, Pisces. But, I feel like all of them are definitely good for both your physical and mental health. And I feel like whatever changes are coming in, that once they come in, they're going to come in really fast. Because right now, you know, things are kind of plodding along slowly. And I think that maybe has you concerned as well. But, yeah, there definitely seems to be some kind of change that's happening here. Around your potentially your work situation, your home situation, or maybe even or a financial situation. So let's see what we have for you this week here. Okay, your card from the Wisdom of the Tao Oracle is in fact the card of wisdom. Okay, and I'm going to read it to you, and I have to shine a light on it because it's very hard for me to read. Okay, this is the wood element. The person on it is called Li Bei. It says, take a more carefree approach to life. Wisdom is lived, not learned. Understand the purpose of your existence by living through it joyfully. And I want to tell you what it says in the book, too. Let me find it in here. It's wood, so that'd be an element. Yes, 33. Okay. Just going to find my page here. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Li Bei's poetry carried a uniform message throughout his successful life and career. He believed and lived the idea that time passes without mercy, and it is foolish not to have fun while you can. You learn from experience and gain wisdom by going through life with a positive attitude. Whatever your accomplishments, whether they are mundane or extraordinary, you have lived. That alone calls for a celebration, and there's our celebration up there, right? Li Bei, one of the greatest poets of ancient China, will guide you through his words and the powerful spirit behind them. And the poem is, do you not see the bright mirror of grieving for the white hair, shining in the morning like black silk, but white as snow at night? Rise and dance, my friend, the sun is setting. If we fail to cherish our youth while we may, what is the use of sighing when the future is but a memory? Okay, so there's that. Let's see. There's more on the next page. Channel Li Bei's words and enjoy today. Come to understand that society can be complex and brutal, and it's easy to become a slave to social expectations. Nature existed before your arrival and will continue to live after your passing. Why not treasure your existence today and stop worrying about what will happen next? As Li Bei wrote, while gazing at the majestic mountains, how could I lower my eyebrows and bend my waist like a sycophant to serve the famous and wealthy, humiliate myself, and deprive my heart of its rightful joy? Sometimes it's important to forsake your responsibilities and worries just for a brief moment, to regain an innocent intimacy with your world. Rediscover your connection with children, regardless of age and wisdom you have accumulated over the years. Allow yourself to be silly as a child and leave behind life's problems. Set aside time to nourish your body and soul. You are a diligent worker, but lately you have been overly industrious. Now it is time to pause and reflect upon the wisdom of what you have gained. Take a much-needed break. Then you will find new meaning in your existence. Share that wisdom with your loved ones, especially teaching the younger generation. Go to places and visit people you have always wanted to spend time with but avoided for many years. Reestablish connections with those who bring guileless laughter or seek out mindless activities to accomplish absolutely nothing. So there you go. That's our cards of celebration here, of walking away. I think this definite message here is you want to take time for yourself, and you want to take time to make sure you take time to stop and smell the roses, as they say. So if you have been working too hard, and there definitely is an element of you doing very, very hard work and needing a change and needing a rest, so that all definitely resonates here. So and I feel like there's going to be, when I look at it that way, I feel like it could be that inevitably you're going to be having financial help from somewhere. Money's going to be coming in, whether it's through a legacy or an inheritance or a gift. But it does seem to feel like there is going to be support for you. So you can take some more time out to, to celebrate, to enjoy, and to, to have that sense of satisfaction in life. So I hope this reading was helpful to you, Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you choose, and subscribe to the channel if you do find these readings helpful and want to keep track of when they come out. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.